Two very talented opponents at home against Arkansas, a team that does a tremendous job running the floor, switching in a defense, causing a lot of havoc. Got to be able to make good decisions with the basketball. Team that plays 11 guys, get out and run. So in transition, you have to be really good because they have multiple guys that can handle the ball and make plays with the ball. So be a good one for us. Then obviously Florida, one of the best in the country at what they do on both ends of the floor.
Our first question is from Bob Holt of the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette.
Hey, Coach, how you doing today?
All right, how's it going?
Pretty good. Hey, you guys, in the SEC games, you guys are, I think you're like a plus 12 something, leading the league in rebound margin. Arkansas is last. Kind of how do you see that matchup, and what makes you guys such a great rebounding team?
Well, we spend time on rebounding. We have two of the better big guy rebounders in all the college basketball, and they take pride in it. They do a great job of positioning their bodies. Both in Jarnell 6'8", 260, Jerron Mayman, 6'7", 260, but both have good footwork, good positioning. We spend a lot of time with that on rebounding. And they just take pride in it. They know there's opportunities to score, especially one-on-one, using their body when the shot goes up, getting an advantage. And when you have both of those guys rebounding like that, they're fun to watch. But just spending time on it. In Arkansas's case, I mean, you're playing four guards that run / just what they do. So I don't think that's an indication of those guys not being good rebounders. I think it's just how they play. They press you because they turn you over. And that's what, when you start looking at numbers, they might not get as many rebounds, but they turn you over as far as getting steals and making plays like that.
In Arkansas, they've played 3 straight OT games. What are your thoughts on that? Have you ever been through anything like that? How do you think that might impact them going into this game?
I think you have young guys that are resilient. They're looking forward to the next game. When you come off a loss, you want to get back on the floor and play as soon as possible. So I don't think it affects those guys. I mean, I think when you come off losses like that, they're emotional. So you got to bounce back from that. But as far as those guys, they run 11 deep. They'll be ready, have fresh legs, and that's a great thing about when you play 11 guys that are very effective. You still have fresh legs as opposed to maybe 5 or 6 guys that can get bogged down. But I don't think that'll affect those guys.
Next question is from Jimmy Himes of Sports Talk in Knoxville.
Cuonzo, in the first half, Julius Randle had 16 points, I believe, held him to 2 in the second half. What did you do differently to contain him?
Well, the thing about it, with his 16 in the first half, you give him a credit for being aggressive in attack mode. But if you watch his numbers, I think 10 of those 16s, he was allowed to make moves with his left hand. When he's going left with that kind of power, at 6'9", 260 pounds, it's tough to guard. So what we did in the second half, and Jerron really took it upon himself at the halftime in the locker room. He just told the guys, I'll do everything in my power to stop him from scoring. I'll keep him off the glass. I might not get the rebound, but I'll keep him off the glass so you guys have to get it. And I just think it's more Jerron taking pride in it. But with that being said, we broke down at defending Harrison. He did a great job of putting the team on his back and winning the ball game.
At Kentucky, I wonder, a lot of people don't want to run with them. Did you slow the pace down in the second half intentionally, or what happened there?
We wanted to run. I thought they did a good job in that transition defense and getting back, but we wanted to run. Definitely wanted to run and get easy baskets, but I thought they did a better job. Even late in the first half, I thought they did a good job of getting back, and that's probably why they didn't get as many rebounds, because they probably didn't send guys as aggressively as they normally would. So as we did get out, we felt like that was an advantage for us to try to get out and run and put pressure on those guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We have a follow-up question from Bob Holt of the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette.
Coach, how's Mayman? I mean, look at his stats. It looks like Mayman's playing pretty well, but how would you say he's bounced back from the knee injury? And has he surprised you, or is he doing about what you expected?
No, he's playing a lot better basketball right now. I think more than anything early in the season it was the rust. The pressures are coming back as a good basketball player, the expectations. But I think right now he's playing some of his best basketball. You look at his numbers, almost 10 and 9. Playing well, shooting the ball well, attacking the rim, posting up strong, being aggressive. He's mobile on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, because that's what he was when against Julius Randle, against Johnny O'Brien. That's what he was 2 years ago, defending, guarding those guys effectively. Getting styles, battling those big physical guys, and he's capable of doing it. But I think he's playing well as of right now. He's battling, he's competing, he's looking for the ball, he's aggressive, he's talking. So I think he's good. I think the only thing that, if there's anything he lost, it was just probably the lift of going up where he can get the ball out in the perimeter and make moves and penetrate pitch and going in, not necessarily dunk it all the time, but explode off the one leg. Now he takes more of the power dribbles and get the same results.
But obviously it doesn't seem to have impacted his rebounding much. He's still getting a lot of boards for you.
What he's doing now, he's jumping better. Early in the year, probably the first 6 or 7 games, he was more positioning, trying to box out and hold guys. But again, the conditioning part played a factor. But now he's positioned and he's going up to get rebounds.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
We have another question from Jimmy Hines.
Cuonzo, I know you got a really good rebounding team, but were you surprised, maybe even impressed, that you out-rebounded Kentucky on the road by 15?
I was, but the thing about it is, and we tell our guys all the time, Jerron and Jornell are two of the best at what they do as far as rebounding. We got to get our guards, especially at that small forward position, rebounding offense. And I thought of Monty when he came in the game, he got 3 big ones. We got to get that position rebounding better to help those guys because we knew going into this game our guards had to do a good job in rebounding because of the way they're big guys. You're talking about the best of the best as far as bigs at rebounding on both ends, offensive and defense on both teams. So some had to give, but I thought, just Jornell and Jerron, they were just resilient. They didn't want to let up, and they did a tremendous job accepting the challenge.
And with Jornell, there have been times in the past where length has caused him a problem, but against Kentucky's length, 20 points, 15 rebounds, what did you think about his play against Kentucky?
Well, to Jornell's credit, to his defense, he's done a good job of really being a student. He's always came and watched film, but now he's studying the film and understanding that. And the thing I tell him, if you get your shot blocked, get it blocked 10 times. That means you're aggressive, you're in attack mode. And he was aggressive. He's in attack mode from start to finish. Just really use his butt, use his hips and everything, and maneuvering, getting around those guys and going up, but also facing up and making plays. I just thought he was very aggressive from start to finish. And like you mentioned in the past, I wouldn't necessarily say would have shied away, but it probably would have pressed out more on the perimeter as opposed to standing in attack mode around that rim. And I thought he did a tremendous job.